This next one's pretty wild. The PlayStation 5 making all kinds of news. I got another video, PlayStation 5 on Friday. Maybe the most widely talked about thing possibly is about this controller, and particularly this new approach to haptic feedback, this kind of dynamic haptic feedback, depending on the circumstance, depending on how much you pull on this trigger. And so it had many questioning, well, how do you implement something like that? What mechanical aspects are necessary in order to achieve this? And it scans to the correct position in this video if you want to showcase it. It is a wild contraption inside of the trigger capable of creating this effect. And as he flips it over here, what you're going to notice, and also takes off this panel, is this crazy relationship here between a couple of different components. You got one little cog, and it tugs on that spiral, and it's capable of, like, look when he presses it. Watch what happens. Hopefully he presses it here in a moment. You see that? It will push down and then maneuver the spiral, and then the big component on the outside will then indicate to the controller which stage of the pull you're on.
Yeah, the motor gives it tension.
And then the motor will react with the correct amount of tension in relationship to the amount of pull.
Right. So, like, if you're pulling on a bow or something.
You imagine designing something like that?
That's loud.
You imagine, Willie Doo, you're sitting there, you're in Japan.
Yeah.
They say, when you pull the bow and the bow and arrow on this next game, this next generation console, we want it to feel like a bow. And Willie Doo's just sitting in his office. He's sitting there in Tokyo. No, they're not based in Tokyo. Whatever. Wherever they're based in Japan, Willie Doo's sitting there. He just got lunch out the vending machine.
Yeah.
He's relaxed, having a time, and then he gets that just shoved in his face. And I love it, man. He goes to the drawing board, you sketch it up to have the vision. Okay, we're going to have this go like this. And you got to fit it in a regular controller. And you never had that mechanism before.
No, even the vibration from past generations, it's just like a weight that spins around.
It's nothing. If I came,
it was amazing.
I come to you in the same office and I say, "Oh, make it vibrate." You're like, "Okay, no problem."
Yeah,
no problem. I'll eat my vending machine lunch real quick, and then because I watch those videos on YouTube. I apologize. I watch the videos on YouTube. There's actually decent. They do decent. I saw the farmer bringing his own rice to the vending machine. It's his outlet. That's how he grows his own rice for the vending machine. So it's not what you think.
No.
They have a different respect for it in some circumstances.
The vending machine.
In some circumstances. In Japan. Every so often I got to see what's going on. Anyway, this is a different level. This is not, please make it vibrate. This is, I need it along the stages, and it's got to fit in a regular controller design. And, it's just incredible. You're going to want to check this out for yourself, but I love it personally. And what can I say? It's the key feature. It's a key differentiating feature against Microsoft, against the Xbox. That's what you get when you have this innovative engineering. You get these, you're able to have a key feature. And really, I think the controller has become the story.
Yeah. Well, it's up to the developers to, make it happen, right?
But what I mean to say is on the Xbox side, it's a bit of a letdown. You got a very similar controller design. And what do you interact with a console? The controller all the time. The controller, the newness of the controller is in many ways the newness of the console.
Yes.
Bit of a letdown over there. It's not the be all and end all.
Yeah.
There are ways out of this. You launch that Halo game and it gets me in the right places.
Yeah.
I'll put up with it. I'll put up with it.
Yeah.
So there's still
it's like a punishment for the old controller.
Right.
If it works, if it has worked.
Well, it's a good point.
Time,
there you go.
Why change it?
There you go. We got to find a bright side. You change a controller, some people might not like it as much as the old one. There's a risk involved.
Yeah, I remember the PS4 had that touching pad, but it wasn't really used that much.
Yeah.
So,
It's still
Maybe
there.
in-
It's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Creative, but
Right.
no one really. used it.
Nintendo is always goofing with controllers too. They're
They
always
are,
like,
yeah.
"What is that NES controller though?" Well,
Your mind.
well, no,
Just
or
uses your mind.
VR. You were showing me the other day with the new Facebook one, Oculus
Quest. The
V,
Quest 2.
V2, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's controllers like this, so it's
Yeah.
we're all trying to figure it out. But this is very cool. It's kind of it is a traditional controller, but with these new innovative features packed into it.
Yep.